got you. Let it vibe real quick. Look.
City eyes, it's time to Bogart. My God, a real nigga, cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shot in the closet by the mob ball.
Our goal, our work is to show the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that they descend from the world's greatest chosen people in the Bible known as the 12 tribes of the house of Israel. If you are so-called black, Hispanic, Native American, we are talking to you. We're here to tell our people to take back their culture, take back their identity, take back your God, take back your records known as this Bible. Come back and live to your true heritage. Now, I came up here totally prepared to speak about something totally different until I realized about that article about those cops that raped and molested a grown man, shot him in the face and beat him. Now I'm gonna come out with this article because a lot of people's not talking about it, and we're gonna discuss briefly about the Alabama situation and how black people, Hispanics, and Americans should use that as a zeal to keep themselves together, to use it as a zeal to stand together and band together, to use that zeal to say, you know what, let's take this a step further. Let's not always just defend ourselves, but let's come together. Let's take this and keep doing this work of the Lord, you understand? As a matter of fact, give me Romans 1:25. We're going to go to Romans 1:25 because it's not by accident that those oppressors did that to their brother. Do you understand? Our oppressor, the children of Edom or Esau, they are homosexuals by nature. They are bloodthirsty by nature. They are the ones who's known for war. They're known for killing. They're known for stealing. They're known for lying. They're known for taking everything you got. You understand? And it's not by accident that you got a bloodthirsty heathens go inside somebody else's house without a warrant. They're supposed to be law enforcement. They're supposed to enforce the law, but they weren't enforcing no law. What law says you can come in and rape a brother? And who in their right mind believe that that the old lady had dildos up in her room? Who in their right mind believe that nonsense? Nobody. They brought that with them. As a matter of fact, start reading this article if you could, Barbara Shaw. Former Mississippi Congress. Just keep scrolling up, all right? All right, go ahead, start reading.
Former Mississippi officers plead guilty to state charges for torturing, abusing 2 black men.
Let me tell you something. These cops, they plead guilty. They abused 2 black men. Now, if you're a so-called black or Hispanic American, this is something that's always happening to us. This is something it's like regular. This is like regular soap opera. This is regular news. This ain't information. This ain't something new. We hear this all the time because we are living inside a world, a kingdom of death. We're living inside a world where like we are looking like spittle. We are looking like we're nothing. They brought out earlier, we're looking like niggas, like spits, like wetbacks. We're treated like the gum on the bottom of your shoe. You're so disgusted by it. We're treated like the oil that you see on the concrete. Just run right over it. We hear this all the time, but yet nobody wants to say anything about it. Nobody wants to say anything about it. Nobody wants to do anything about it. But now the I.S.U.P.K, now that the Commander YAHANNA, we're here to teach our people like we got to band together. We got to come together and show up our oppressor that you can no longer touch us and we stand by willy-nilly. You can no longer touch us and we not defend ourselves. You understand? Go ahead.
6 ex-law enforcement officers from Mississippi have admitted guilt for their participation in the torture and abuse.
In the what?
The torture and abuse.
They said no, not them gonna put handcuffs on them for what?
The torture and abuse.
6 cops in Mississippi tortured 2 black men. And now when I read further down in this article, you're gonna find out that they brought a dildo and they molested another brother. Now, a lot of people don't want to talk about that, what happened with these 6 cops. And we're going to go into in this article about what actually happened. Keep going.
Of 2 black men earlier this year.
And this happened in January, but it got swept underneath the rug. Why nobody talking about this? 6 cops using dildos on men and torturing men. Don't you know the type of trauma you got to cause to a brother? If a man is not a homosexual, and then you go and rape a man, what kind of trauma do you cause to that man? How would that brother be destroyed? Look at the type of evilness that our oppressor do to our people. And we're supposed to just sit by and just live with them and dwell with them. And God is all love. And we can just be one happy family. Why can't we make things work? Who wants to live with a man who wants to rape another man? A lot of times people have been taught that you only get raped in jail, or only children and women get raped. Now these men sexually assaulted a brother, a grown man. They sexually assaulted that man, and they act like nothing, and it was just okay. You understand? This is an evil, evil bastard, and he's gonna get put to death by the Lord. Thus said the Lord. You understand? Keep going.
5 former deputies from the Rankin County Sheriff's Office and 1 former officer from the Richland Police Department have admitted to federal charges related to a racially motivated attack that occurred in January.
So now they said it's racially motivated, i.e. that's a hate crime. It wasn't because they saw some crime happening, and I don't care what crime a man commit. The crime that a man commit, the punishment is never rape. What crime can you commit and they say the judgment or the punishment should be rape? I'll wait. Can someone tell me that? What could you do to someone say, now I can think of a lot of things you can do, and they say the punishment is death. The punishment is 40 years in jail. The punishment is several fines. But what can you do? What crime can you commit? And they say the punishment is now you're going to be sodomized. You're going to take that deal and they're going to put up your rectum. What crime can you commit that said it's just worthy? That's just worthy for that. That's a worthy cause. I'll wait. Tell me what crime can you commit that can do that? There's no crime you can commit that can do that. You understand? The Bible tells you commit certain crimes, you're gonna get put to death. You're gonna lose wealth. You're gonna lose fortune. You understand? Hell, you might even lose your kids. You might lose your wife. You understand? But at the end of the day, there's no crime you can commit to the point where like the punishment is you being sexually assaulted. Keep going.
Christian Devin, Hunter Elwood, Brett McAlpin, Jeffrey Middleton, Daniel Operdike, and Joshua Hartfield.
These are the names of those devils. These are the names of those filthy, disgusting bastards. These are the names that the Lord must put to death expeditiously. We can send a prayer to the Most High for that nonsense that they committed. Right. You understand? These are the men who must get punishment. Now, we're not going to say they deserve to be sexually assaulted. Oh, no. Because we don't get down like that. Assaulting another man, that's sodomite. That goes against the scriptures. But these men deserve every vile thing the Lord has to give to them. And I don't care what happened to him or his kinsmen. What happened to his kids? What happened to his wife? What happened to him? I don't give a damn what happens to him. You understand, Salaki? So let me tell you something. I don't give a damn what happened to these filthy bastards. You understand? Whatever the Lord deems justifiable, what's going to happen to them, let it happen. You understand? And I don't give a damn what happens. Let him lose all his riches. Let him lose everything he got. Let the police force fall sink under. You understand? Repeat those names.
Christian Devin, Hunter Elwood, Brett McAlpin, Jeffrey Middleton, Daniel Operdike, and Joshua Hartfield.
These are the men that raped another man. These are the name of cops in Mississippi that decided to racially motivate, which is a hate crime. It was racially motivated, decided to go into someone else's house because they heard of something suspicious. You understand? Salah.
Come over here so people can hear. So go down, slide down a little bit. So, you want to know who we are, right? Yes. So we're the Israelites. We're the true Jews of the Bible. You see that sign right there? That one right there. Those are the 12 tribes of Israel. Our brothers and sisters, is it this one? Yes. Our brothers and sisters, a long time ago, was sent to this country, all across the earth. We was put into a bondage that nobody else was put into. That so-called Jewish man that's in Israel right now, that's not the true Jew. So we're out here to tell people about the true Jews of the Bible. But we're really talking to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians because they've been told that they Africans, blacks, Afro-American, and we're here to teach them the truth of the Bible. You ever seen that image right there? On the ground right there, yeah. Are you a Christian? So let me ask you a question, because I asked somebody this earlier and they kind of went around it. Is that the true image of Christ? What's the true image of Christ? How does he look? How would you know him if you was to see him today? He had what? So who's around here walking with bronze skin? How would you know who that was? With bronze skin, like when the scriptures say, the scriptures don't just say that. It says, give me Revelations 1:15. What the scriptures say is something totally different than what the image is in the Christian church. So my question is, why is that image, why is that in the Christian church is my question.
It ain't in my church.
It's not in your church?
I'm not Catholic.
That's in Christian churches all over America. There's statues that look just like that all over America.
Yeah, I ain't for it either.
Well, my question is, why do you think they have that image?
Propaganda from they want Jesus to be white.
They want Jesus to be white. Give him a hand. We just want the truth, man. Let me ask you something, Rico. What's your name?
Gabriel.
Gabriel, let me ask you a question. Why is it so hard for white America, and I'm not being racist, I'm just being honest. Why is it so hard for white America to tell the truth about the Bible and the things that's done to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians? So you, Gabriel.
Because now you have to bow down to the true God.
Get the camera close, man. We need to hear this.
Instead of
No, talk to me though.
Oh, okay.
Talk to me.
So you stop worshiping yourself and you actually worship God. That's
You
why.
start worshiping yourself. Okay, let me ask you this. If blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians grow up worshiping a white Christ, and when they close their eyes and they pray at night, what do they see?
White people.
So then they're praying to what kind of God?
White God.
Yeah, they're praying to a white God.
I don't like that either.
Well, here's the thing. If everything in your life is governed and you're judge and jury, and you go to church and you work, and everything above you is white supremacy, what will you always serve? You will always serve white supremacy. That's the reason why that image, Michelangelo and the sixth Alexander, the sixth Pope of Rome, came up with that image.
Didn't he draw that of himself?
Caesar Borgia, that's the actual person that is. That's Caesar Borgia.
Oh, okay. I thought you painted it of himself.
No. Michelangelo and the sixth Alexander, the sixth Pope of Rome, came up with that image so they could go across the earth and say that's Christ. So now you have a group of people, a C-class people that you have in slavery that will always worship you and do what you tell them. That's the danger of Christianity. That's what we teach. That's what we are.
We want no cowards in our camp,